you, and I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Banks.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One thing that we haven't talked a whole lot about tonight is the why. Why does the CCP round up and persecute the Uyghurs? Mr. Turkle, is it merely or entirely because of their religion, their Muslim faith?
To the Chinese government, stability is a paramount concern. Starting 2012, 2013, all the way to 2014, they identify liberalism, Islamism, or Western religion, foreign religion, Western influence, posing an existential threat to the CCP leadership. So in order to do that, in order to tackle that problem, they come up with this preemptive policing. So the way that they're describing the religion in particular, like likening it to thought virus, infectious disease, is very telling. So to the CCP government, the Uyghur people's ethno-religious identity is a virus that will impact, that will become a bigger problem if the Uyghurs remain to be a distinct ethno-religious group. Same thing is happening, similar thing is happening to the Tibetan people, but the most vulnerable community under that, the Western influence pushback effort is the Christians and Muslims. So that shows to the Chinese a sign of disloyalty and potential political threat.
As you know, earlier today, the CEO of TikTok appeared before a congressional committee. After the committee, his COO, one of his top executives, said that the criticism of TikTok coming from members of Congress on both sides of the aisle was rooted in xenophobia. One congressman, Jamal Bowman, even went as far to agree and said it's racist to suggest that we would ban TikTok or to attack TikTok. I wonder, Mr. Turkle, is it a strategy of the Chinese Communist Party to deflect criticism by calling that criticism racist, or to talk about Asian American hate, or to use that type of rhetoric and innuendo to deflect criticism overall?
Certainly. They're also taking advantage of American ignorance. They're just presenting something available in the App Store that you can download and watch short videos, but they're missing the point. It's intoxicating American minds of the American youth through the fake news, through disinformation. Just case in point, genocide denial. The guy that I alluded earlier could not even acknowledge that this government he's affiliated with through his job is committing genocide. So American people need to know this company is one of the biggest facilitators, enablers of the ongoing genocide.
Yeah, and it's not helpful to use that type of rhetoric, right? I mean, it diminishes the whole point of speaking out against genocide and doing something about it. You would agree with that?
Yeah.
Would you say that the Biden administration has downplayed Uyghur genocide?
To Biden administration's credit, starting from 2020, there are a number of significant decisions were made. For example, acknowledging the previous administration's genocide determination was a huge relief for a lot of us. And also something significantly done was the coordinated sanctions in March 2021 with Canada, UK, and European Union. That should be the new norm. I would like to see that, and I also would like to see the Biden administration continue to raise this as it did in 2021 at the G7. But what is not acceptable today is that some officials in the Biden administration trying to tone down human rights criticism on China's ongoing genocide to get a Chinese cooperation in the climate crisis. But we're not seeing this issue on the same page. Climate crisis is not a top priority for the Chinese government. They will do what is best for them, what serves their interests, the leadership and Communist Party, not because of our urging.
Can you speak to any specific incidents or examples of the State Department backing off, confronting China?
State Department has not do that yet, but I'm just troubled by some of the comments made by Special Envoy John Kerry. The comments made by Energy Secretary recently complimenting China's investment in the green technology. They steal, they subsidize, they use dirty coal, and they enslave human beings. What kind of green technology investment that we're talking about?
Dr. Zenz, very quickly, I have just a couple of seconds left. Can you talk about how the CCP intimidates Uyghurs inside of the United States?
It does so through
automated phone calls, at least in some countries. I don't know if the automated phone calls are also a thing in the US. With the embassy, the threat of not extending passports. And the CCP has an extensive strategy of surveying and intimidating dissidents of all kinds. And that's a big problem.
Thank you. My time is expired.
Gentleman's time has expired. Mr. Auchincloss.